peoples? Mr. Anomaly coming at you again. Another day with Mr. A. Is poly the future? I think so. I think we're headed there. Just the way society is headed, and the way things are. Nobody's monogamous. Most people are not monogamous. I think monogamy, in my opinion, is romance. And like I said before, I'll say it again. I just like to critique, and I'm gonna do a piggyback off one of CJ's clips here, just talking about it. It makes an interesting talking points. I just, it gives me something to do. But before we even get started on this, Tesla. Tesla called this back in the 20s, 1924. I'm gonna read this mini article here. I had always thought of women as possessing those delicate qualities of mind and soul that made her, in her respects, far superior to a man. I had put her on a lofty pedestal, figuratively speaking, and ranked her in certain important attributes considerably higher than man. So simping, okay? I worshipped at her feet of the creature I had raised to this height, and like every true worshiper, I felt myself unworthy of the object of my worship. God dang, Tess. But all that was in the past. Okay. Now the soft-voiced gentlewoman of my reverent worship has all but vanished. In her place has come the woman who thinks that her chief success in life lies on making herself as much as possible like man, in dress, voice, and actions, in sports, and achievements of every kind. The world has experienced many tragedies, but to my mind, the greatest tragedy of all is the present economic condition wherein women strive against men, and in many cases actually succeed in usurping their places in the professions and in industry. Called it back then. This growing tendency of women overshadowing the masculine is a sign of a deteriorating civilization. Practically all the great achievements of man until now have been inspired by his love and devotion to a woman. Man has aspired to great things because some women believed in him, because he wished to command her admiration and respect. For those reasons, he has fought for her and risked his life and is all for her time and time again. Perhaps the male in society is useless. Okay. I am frank to admit that I don't know. If women are beginning to feel this way about it, and there is striking evidence at hand that they do, then we are entering upon the cruelest period of the world's history. Our civilization will sink to a state like which is found among the bees, ants, and other insects, a state wherein the male is ruthlessly killed off in this matriarchal empire, which will establish the female rules. As the female predominates, the male are at her mercy. The male is considered important only as factor in general scheme of the continuity of life. The tendency of women to push aside man, supplanting the old spirit of cooperation with him in all the affairs of life, is very disappointing to me. Bro called it back in the 20s. And I say that because this poly crap, which a lot of guys, this fairy tale for most dudes. It's first of all, it ain't gonna be most men. It's not gonna be most dudes. It's gonna be a certain type of men that can actually handle that in unison. And really, everybody's just really throwing shit against the wall. How many of y'all know somebody in a successful poly relationship? And I'm not talking about two dudes and one woman, which in my opinion is gonna be most of y'all. It's gonna be two dudes and a woman. That's gonna be most dudes. Most dudes can't handle one. I be lurking on the comments and stuff. Dudes are like, yeah, man, they gonna have multiple wives, and you gotta make it. You gotta do the man. Nobody, man, please. It ain't gonna be most dudes. In my humble opinion. Like he just stated, this modern day Babylonian independent woman who's created soul ties in the streets, who's downloaded feminism, all this ideology of independence. You guys really think she's gonna sit up there and twiddle her thumbs while you blatantly go out here and have sex with other women?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
For a long period of time? Come on, bro. Let me, Coach, go in. I'm just going to add my 2 cents. Y'all know how it is. Here we go. Shout out to CGA.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's an evil world we live in.
Okay, we have polyamory on the table again. As you guys have been watching me for many years, I've been telling you poly is the new, well, first of all, let's say monogamy has never been real. All right, it has been a concept, a social construct, if you will, the liberals would say. Monogamy sounds good, but none of us have really practiced monogamy.
And if you really think about it, the social construct was really restricting women. You guys are hearing it time and time again. A lot of women regret it. Society, the chastity belts and all that has always been contained in female nature. And really, women low-key resented that, if you're just being completely honest. What you're seeing right now today with the freedom and all that, that's the true nature. That's what they always felt. A lot of older women telling young women to sleep around and not get locked down. That's the true nature. So again, people, it was better back in the day. Dudes had clamps on them. They had to go with the program. And me personally, let them roam free. Let them roam free, man. Hey, you don't want to be here, don't be here. I ain't never been that type trying to control it, man. That's just me, though. Dudes want to sit there and control them and put them in a box. Can't contain the phoenix, man. My opinion.
Temporary sexual exclusive construct, if you will, the liberals would say. Monogamy sounds good, but none of us have really practiced monogamy. All right, we've practiced temporary sexual exclusivity. We've practiced overlapping relationships. We're in a relationship. We don't want to really hurt the other person, so you cheat. That's an overlapping relationship, and then you leave that relationship for the new relationship, hoping that works. That's not monogamy as well.
I agree.
People that have never really been married or coupled in some sort of engagement, this is not monogamy. When you look at boyfriend and girlfriends, this is mostly you're practicing for real relationships. Most men and women have never really been in a real relationship, especially Generation Z.
And I told you, this is what I'm doing. I'm adding my spin on it too. And again, the practicing to get serious, it doesn't work like that. You're 0 for 16 your entire life, and then all of a sudden now you're going to meet that one whenever you decide you're ready, and it's just going to just work 100%. You're just going to just take it to the Super Bowl. You're going to hit that home run when bases are loaded when it matters. Now you're going to go the distance. You have no experience. Your whole patterns, your whole life has been situationship after situationship or just temporary relationships. 3 to 6 months, then you on to the next one, doing the same goddamn loop, posting your little bullcrap photos online, how in love you are, and then whenever that ends, now you're just erasing everything and you're just looping it over and over again. And you're just gonna magically find somebody, and it's just gonna work long term, huh?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
And then you want to add this on top of poly. Y'all think that's going to work? All this chaos, man? Come on, bro.
You have never practiced monogamy either. If you participated in hookup culture at any point and then you marry somebody and become monogamous, you haven't been monogamous. All right, you've been a whore, and now you're trying to put monogamy in the reference of sexual exclusivity. Most people are just practice temporary sexual exclusivity. Okay, so monogamy is very much a myth, and they want to put their own definition on it. In my opinion, monogamy is just simply one sexual partner for a lifetime. Okay.
I agree with that statement too. I agree with this. Again, that's why I said if you already had sex, you've already forfeited it. You've already forfeited it. But that's how warped we are. That's how fallen society is, where y'all think y'all can just turn it on and turn it off. You have a whole phase and sleep around, and so you're not monogamous. It's too late. The only way, and like I gotta agree with that. The only way, and this is my opinion. Y'all clicked on my face. The only way that really officially works, in my humble opinion, is 2 V's coming together. And again, that's not even guaranteed, but that bond will be a lot stronger, as opposed to people out here just having whole phases and just getting that disconnect. And then y'all just gonna think you're gonna pair bond, it's gonna work forever. Come on, man, it doesn't work like that. I agree with Coach on that one.
In divorce, you haven't practiced monogamy. If your own definition on it, in my opinion, monogamy is just simply one sexual partner for a lifetime. Okay. If you married in divorce, you haven't practiced monogamy. If you're a co-parent or you're a single mother, you haven't practiced monogamy either. All right, you practice a temporary sexual exclusivity. But people like to trick themselves into they're morally correct. So they'll say they've been monogamous, or they'll say they want to pursue a monogamous relationship.
I agree. I got to cut him off because he cooking on that first few minutes there. I agree with this. You've already been married and divorced, just like that video I did the other day. Emotional connection. Don't make me laugh. You've already experienced it. You've already tanked it. And now you're going to sit up here, you're going to do it again? Or you're going to loop it back around? It's going to work. It's going to work this time. Single mothers, again. That really makes me laugh, especially in the community. Single mothers. Y'all already aren't practicing monogamy. I saw a freaking, I might have to do another video. I'm going to go and mention it now, though. I saw a freaking, another statistic. I've done this before in the past, man, because it ain't nothing changed. 44 black women, 144 baby daddies. 44 women, B-dubs, 144 baby daddies. Y'all aren't practicing monogamy. Y'all are all poly already, bro. With Pookie. Let's keep it a buck out here, man. And again, I gotta agree with Tesla. It's on its way out anyway. Your answer is internal. Y'all don't like that answer. Again, I gave y'all solutions, so don't come at me with that doom and gloom crap. I give you solutions all the time. It's internal. This world is Babylon, bro. Sodom and Gomorrah. Your answer is internal. Focusing on all, living your goddamn life. That's your solution, but dudes don't like that.
Men off a dating app or women off of a dating, they're morally correct. So they'll say they've been monogamous, or they'll say they want to pursue a monogamous relationship, and then they'll date multiple men off a dating app or women off of a dating app. All right, and they'll go on multiple dates with multiple people and say they're monogamous. All right, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous notion that people think that they're doing, but they're not even getting close to doing it. Okay, marriage and divorce is not monogamy. Marriage, divorce, remarriage is not monogamy, all right, by any stretch of the imagination. It's just sexual exclusivity temporarily. Now, what that means is you've been practicing some sort of polyamory, all right, some sort of polygyny, and some people all downright polygamy, okay? But with that being said, more and more people are more likely going to engage in these temporary sexual exclusive relationships where they have multiple sexual partners and hoes and rotations. These are polygynous or polyamorous relationships.
Again, society's on its way out. He's not wrong. And in my opinion, like I said before, I'll say it again, it's going to be two dudes and one woman with most dudes, in my humble opinion, because most dudes don't got it like that. Especially telling them what it is up front and being up front and direct and telling them what it's going to be. Oh, I'm gonna have. Oh, you don't do wives. I'll be reading y'all's comments. Some of y'all be making me laugh. Oh no, you don't. That's why you don't do the wives. You gotta do girlfriends. You just gonna rotate them out, huh? You just gonna rotate them out. Cause again, I'm just gonna say it. One thing I will say about CJ, again, y'all can disagree with him on the tricking and all that, but at least he's up front. I gotta give him credit there. We'll get there in a second. Hold on. I was listening to a little bit of it already.
One and set rules for the other, right? Where they have multiple sexual partners and hoes and rotations. These are polygynous or polyamorous relationships, okay, where you set rules for one and set rules for the other, right? This person gets this person gets that. This person has to take you on 3 dates, this person gets to fuck for free. This is just polygyny or polyamory, right? All right, so we got that down. Well, we're gonna more likely in the future, which the future is now. The future is now. Polyamory and multiple partners are the future. If you look at how women date and they select and they kind of have this, these men can't cut it. These guys are the nice guys. I'm really hooked on thugs and pookies. 80-20 rule. If you look at women saying there's an income strata that the man must reach or...
Yep, we're already there. We're already there. We're already there.
I'm at the stage in my life where I want a husband, but then I think, okay, there's no way I can get everything from one man, right? It's like I need one guy to bang me, one guy to cook for me, one guy to make me laugh, one guy to build furniture for me. So maybe I'm not looking for a husband, maybe I'm looking for a staff.
It's already a wrap. Again, once she's been up, again, this is all who everybody's in the streets. Once she's been out there getting all the sausages, creating the soul ties, mentally getting fucked up. The body remembers. When you do that a lot, it really fucks up the mind. They're already doing it, and there's no turning it off. Even if they quote unquote learn their lesson, it's already a wrap. And again, for the guys out there just chilling and trying to be the good man, that's what you're getting. That's what you're getting. You're not gonna get a woman that's a virgin, and even if you do, there's not enough to go around. and you're gonna have to keep her off social media, keep her away from all these other program lemmings, so she doesn't get tainted. And then you want to have kids, and then you're gonna have your kids growing up in all this shit too, man. Good luck. Good luck for y'all out there, man. Again, that's what we call romance.
From them, this all makes thugs and pookies. 80-20 rule. If you look at women saying there's an income strata that the man must reach, or else they can't get a marriage from them. This all makes for poly, because those top tier men, they know and they hope that guy's monogamous, but they'll engage with 4 or 5 or 6 of these guys and realize this guy has multiple women. Some women will just throw in the towel and say, I'll be with him, knowing he has multiple women. So you see what's going on. We're just going to be on paper monogamous for a little bit longer, but
and again, all of them are going to take their shots at this guy. And again, this isn't every dude. I'm gonna let Kendra D tell y'all.
Ooh, child, some women are mad at me because I said that women keep focusing on tall, dark, and handsome with a big penis and 6 figures, and they're passing up the good guy, the nice guy that wants to take you out. Why should we have to settle, Kendra? We should have somebody on our level.
Settling. That's what they say, settling. The Mr. Right Now, Mr. Right Now, who's asking me out all the time, who's being a good man. He's not out there throwing his dick around. He's just nice and boring. Why do we have to settle for that guy? They say settling.
Some data. Information that I can confirm from hosting a dating show for the last 3 years. Okay, so every night I might get 100 single women who are looking for a relationship. Most of these women want committed relationships. Out of those 100 women, I may get 10 men. So let's just start right there. If I have 100 single women and 10 men, automatically every woman is not going to get a man. Just from that right there, okay? There's not enough. Now, out of the 100 women, let's say out of those 10 men, there's only really 2 men.
So you got 10 dudes, the high value men with money. Out of those 10 guys, they really only like 2. Ted Bundy, Pookie, and Richard Ramirez with money. Just because you got money don't mean you got the Ted Bundy, Richard Ramirez, and Pookie energy. So that's an even smaller percentage of men. They are all having their at-bats with these guys. Creating soul ties. Getting their heart broke. Let me let her finish up. Y'all already know what time it is, man.
Women really there, okay? There's not enough. Now, out of the 100 women, let's say out of those 10 men, there's only really 2 men that the 100 women really want to date. Okay, so now we have 100 women with 2 men. Right there, every woman is not going to get a man. Now, this man is living in heaven. It's 2 men and 100 women want to date him. What is he going to do? He's going to pick and choose because he can. He has the options to do so.
What's changed? What's changed since the beginning of time? King David and all them. What's changed? Dudes go out there and get wealth and status, and they get access to all the women. And all the normies get the trickle down. That's why poly and all this shit's happening. Because they're all having at-bats. And again, the society we live in encourages this. Smartphones, the program, the romantic ideology, the Dumb and Dumber. I like to call it Dumb and Dumber. They're all going to take their shots.
What do you think the chances are of a guy like you and a girl like me ending up together?
Well, Lloyd, that's difficult to say. We really don't...
Hit me with it. Just give it to me straight. I came a long way just to see you married.
That's the women going after the rich dude. That's the women going after the rich dude, thinking they got a shot. They all gonna take a shot until they realize they're just another number.
You can do is level with me. What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
They're going to take a shot. If it's 1 out of 1,000,000, it don't matter. They're going to take a shot because the television tells them that she's special and romance and all that crap. So again, she gets her head shit on, sends her on her way, heartbreak, the damage, the scars, the emotional soul ties, trickle down effect to the normie guy who's trying to win her over. And here we are, bro. And again, it's not going to get better anytime soon. Tesla already told y'all back in the 20s, it's on its way out, man. Has anything changed? And you dudes think y'all gonna have that type of woman gonna sit there and twiddle her thumbs while you go out here and bang other women? Boy, I tell you, some of you dudes are funny.
Be poly, him knowing he has multiple women. So you see what's going on. We're just going to be on paper monogamous for a little bit longer, but the norm is going to be poly. Poly. And the future is poly. Now, we're going to play a couple of clips. All right. The number one clip, first clip we're going to play is Men Need Multiple Wives. All right. This is from a woman. On this evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right. Men need multiple wives. When I show that clip, we getting clapped. All right, my Bluetooth is off. This is tragic. As soon as I put up a clip
Multiple wives.
and share this window, all right, it automatically goes bye-bye. All right, I'm back on. All right, let's hear the clip.
Men need multiple wives. Yeah, I said it. One can be in charge of cooking, one can be in charge of cleaning, one can be in charge of the kids, the finances. Think of how much ground you can cover if there's more than one wife for that king. All right then. You know, if that guy's protecting, providing, making sure the house is good, y'all are good, what is the problem? And I don't want to hear, oh no, that's cheating. No, baby girl, it's bigger than that. There's an order, there's a structure to it. You know, kings deserve an empire. What is wrong with having more than one woman that can come, put in, provide, and you guys can take care of each other? Like, there's no better sense of unity. I stand by it all the way. And I don't want to hear, what about the woman? What about the woman? It's not the same. Men spread the legacy. It's totally different. So women, do not compare yourself to the men. It's totally different. Take it how you want to take it, but I have no regrets of what I said. Let's make this a universal thing where men have more than one wife. Okay? Okay. Men need multiple wives. Yeah, I said it.
Okay. All right. So we have men have multiple men.
Guarantee you she's single as French toast, talking that kind of crap. She ain't in no goddamn. She's not even in that situation.
Wives. So at this point, I'm just gonna let you know it's inevitable. All right, it's inevitable that this is going to occur. It's already occurring. So the people that are on their moral high horse, this is already in occurrence. We're already doing this actively. Women aged 16 to 25 and 30 are already doing this actively. I know a lot of people don't want this, and you want to call these hoes and skeezers, but we're already doing this. Okay, we're just not doing the wife part, and people are somewhat doing it on the sneak. They're doing this already. So some women are getting to the point where economically they don't have a choice, right? So you have Isaiah 4:1. They don't have a choice. Okay, I'm in a financial position where I need help. Oh,
see, that's why I said he gonna get there in a second too. You know, a lot of women will say that to get their foot in the door, and then they'll start some shit. Well, you're gonna get there in a second, but I've been saying it for the longest time. The Isaiah 4:1. I don't think that's a good thing. She ain't got nowhere else to go. She's not doing it because she genuinely wants to be there. She's trying to survive. That's inauthentic. How do you think that's gonna play out long term when she's just doing it just to survive? She don't like you. She's there because she's trying to get a roof over her head. You think you're gonna get burning desire there? There's no burning desire out here, by the way. There's no burning desire out here from most dudes. I want her to like me for me ass ninjas. Impossible. She's already been in the streets getting throttled. Doesn't work like that. That's not coming from a place of genuine wanting to be there. She's just trying to survive. That's the type of energy you're gonna be dealing with. Y'all, that's what y'all want? I've been saying that. I said Isaiah 4:1. I'm good. But again, that's the dudes thinking it's gonna be Prawn Hub and it's just gonna be this piece of serenity 24/7. Okay. That's romance. It's
fair to
romance.
me because I would like to date multiple men, but this guy has Isaiah 4:1. They don't have a choice. Okay, I'm in a financial position where I need help. Okay, it's not fair to me because I would like to date multiple men, but this guy has access that I'll date him. Sadia Khan was engaged to be married, but dating another guy as a side chick.
Yep.
Now, what do we call that? What do you call that? So we have people, both of them are married, but both of them have side chicks. So both of them have this situation where they're making it exist.
Dude engaged to be married, but a side chick to some other 2%er. And again, I gotta get on dudes, these lonely ass dudes out here. Again, all that cake face makeup she got on, don't even see it. Don't even see her spirit. And her spirit was like that before that Gump proposed and got engaged to her, but he didn't see it. Because again, that video I did the other day, you never truly love. You're in love with an ideal. Using a relationship to shield yourself from your own existence. Is it a wonder why most people are falling for this bull crap? There ain't nothing appealing there. You can spot this crap a mile away. Again, unfortunately, most women are following it. We all fuck the same hoes.
It's uncomfortable for us to realize when people, both of them have side chicks. So both of them have this situation where they're making it exist. So I know it's uncomfortable for us to realize when people openly want to display this and we say, oh, these girls just want to be whores. Well, what's happening is people are realizing that monogamy is not an achievable thing. Now, for the people that think monogamy is achievable, I want you to look back at your track record. You might have had one work, but most of you have been cheated on. Most women have already been cheated on, right? Most women have had men that they've been with and, oh, he cheated. He had vice versa. Many men that have no leverage with women will get with a woman and then realize she has a whole roster. And you're like, man, she cheated on me. 1 woman, 2 women, 3 women, 4 women. So what you're going to hear with the economy going the way it is, you're going to hear more women go, okay, I'll just look the other way. For a temporary time. It's not a permanent fix, just like monogamy is not a permanent fix.
That's right, on both parties, yeah. I'm glad he said that. That's one thing I like about Coach too. At least he's pragmatic about that. Like our girl advertising at the beginning, yeah, that might work for a season, but guarantee you it's going to be ruined. Especially she's already had her bottom knocked out, having a whole phase. This independent woman who's already experienced the streets, you think she's going to just ring it in and just twiddle her thumbs while you blatantly go up there and just have sex with other women, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Dudes out here, that's romance. They y'all doing that prawn hub. That's romance for dudes. 24/7, you're going to have peace. You're going to have a unit that's going to be peace, and this is going to work a long time. How many dudes y'all know living like that? I'll wait. Especially under one roof. I think close y'all could probably say is Nick Cannon, and that's chaos. Come on, bro. Maybe Cam Newton, I guess. Not many men. It ain't going to be 99% of y'all. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Record, you're going to have people saying they're monogamous, but behind the scenes, they're not going to tell their family that they're with a guy that can produce, that they look the other way. Okay, I look the other way. I know he got hoes. I can't do anything about it. Similar, men. If your girlfriend is on social media, she's not monogamous.
I agree with that.
If she is on social media, she's not monogamous. If you are a stepfather, you are not in a monogamous relationship with that woman.
Agree. And the social media thing, good luck there. Good luck there for those you gonna try to find something different. You're gonna find a woman that's navigated through all this social engineering, all this programming. She just managed to just navigate through it her whole entire life and remain untainted. And then she lands in your doorstep, and that's y'all gonna have this romantic, unshakable bond forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
You're gonna find one that she's just been magically untouched and still got her V card, and she ain't on social media showing her ass off, ain't selling feet pics at 13, 14 years old. Come on, bro. Romance, man.
people that there's multiple men to father. You are not in a monogamous relationship with that woman. You literally are telling people that there's multiple men supporting that woman in many endeavors, in many ways. Do you get what I'm saying? I get it. Your feelings are hurt. You wish that you could have a woman that you own and you control her. It's not the case. So, sir, you're gonna see more people pivot.
That's control, trying to own and control. Yep, dudes I can control. If I do A, B, and C, she's gonna get in line, and I'm gonna be able to control. And she's just gonna. Doesn't work like that. That's what we call romance. Like, yeah, I told you that romantic programming. It ain't just with women. A lot of dudes out here are romantic as well. That's why a lot of guys think, I just want her to be there for me. How can she be there for you? She already had a whole phase and already had the soul ties. She's already done. Like, she cannot connect with you 100%. That's done right there. Unless she's a virgin, that's the closest thing you're going to get, and even that's not guaranteed. And 99% of dudes aren't going to get that. Your answer is internal. Monk mode, absolute. Again, I told you, hey, y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm going to keep making my case for monk mode, bro.
You wish that you could have a woman that you own and you control her. It's not the case. So, sir, you're going to see more people pivot, all right? More people pivot to this, okay, well, I'm going to go for a higher value man that exercises his options, and I'm going to there's nothing I can do. Temporarily, I'll accept this. Temporarily, I'll accept this. Or more people won't have a choice but to do it. Okay. If your wife is on social media. I
like that. Temporarily. You dudes think just because you go out there again. Even if you're out that 2%er, man, temporarily. How long is that going to last? How long is that going to last? And then for the dudes think you're going to have girlfriends. By the time she pushing 30, bro, if you ain't committing to her or give her some kind of financial incentive, man, you probably going to get a grape charge. Dudes out here watch too much Pornhub. It is what it is, man. Let's keep going.
You are not in a monogamous relationship at all. Like, she puts naked pictures or near naked pictures. She certainly has any Fansly or OnlyFans. There's no way you're in a monogamous relationship with her. You're in a relationship with multiple men and her. Do you have the stomach? Anybody disagree with me so far? Anybody disagree with me? I know there's some out here disagree. I know there's some that are mad. But this is our reality. I'm going to put another video out. And I know I'm probably going to have to refresh the stream. All right? Or not refresh the stream. I'm going to have to turn my audio device off. All right? Because as soon as I click this video share mode, bye-bye goes the sound. All right? Then it goes bye-bye. So I'm pretty sure I've gone bye-bye with the sound. All right? Unfortunately. Side chicks make marriages last longer. Okay? Side chicks make marriages last longer. Okay? Hopefully you can hear me. I'm giving you time to give me some feedback, whether you can hear me or not. Listen to what this woman says here. Side chicks make marriages last longer. All right. Okay, here we go.
Behind every long-lasting marriage was a side chick or a mistress keeping it together. Okay, a lot of y'all that's been in these 10-year, 15-year, 20-plus year marriages, you should be congratulating your marriage lasting so long, and you should be giving accolades to the side chick and the mistress, because she's the reason why these marriages are lasting so long. I'm just gonna fucking say the quiet part out loud, because the thing about it is that men are not going to put themselves in a predicament where they are 1000% suffering and they don't use anything to take the edge off. This is why men tend to have more addictions as opposed to women. They will gamble, they will use drugs,
1 out of 4 women on psych meds. What the hell is she talking about?
Alcoholism, they will resort to, being addicted to schmecks. They have to have something to take the edge off from what they're not getting in the marriage. And so to be able to withstand the marriage, they will take the edge off with another woman. And when the wife is taking chick is going to be the one there to take the load off of him. Because I'm sorry, most of the time women are like, okay, your worth and stuff like that. Okay, to be quite honest, a lot of the time when these women are the mistresses and the side chick, they're seeing the best of your husband. Okay, you're seeing the worst of your husband because he's taking it out on you that he's even in this situation with you. That by the time he gets to the mistress and the side chick, he is going to be happy and joyous because he's like, I don't have to see her every day. I don't have to really care about showing up in the way that I need to show up for because I'm only seeing her for a small amount of time. So that's the reason why these situations last so long, because the mistress and the side chick is getting the best of him. And then not to mention, the mistress and the side chick doesn't have to put in all of this fucking labor. The mistress, she isn't getting exhausted from having to constantly hear about all of his issues, having to cook, having to clean, having to go 50-50.
Again, you know, she's still going on, but I'm about to get my take on this real quick. This is the result of this societal programming, ghost chasing ghosts. Dudes can't be upfront about who they are. A lot of guys, you can't even advance in certain jobs without going and getting married and playing this freaking game and putting on this facade. That's not even who the hell you are. And then you got to sit up here and sneak around and do all this shit. And again, you can't be upfront and tell her. So you got to sit up here and play this type of game. Again, it's on its way out. This would trish me out. Can't be up front and tell her, hey man, it's gonna be. I might step out from time to time. It's gonna cost me the woman ass ninjas. This is where all this crap leads, man. Sexless marriages, or you married one who got the bag. She don't want to sleep with your ass because you're the human wallet, and then you got to go out and do all this crap, man. Again, matches made in Hades. I keep saying in some capacity. On both parties, there's a spiritual kinsmanship there. There's a spiritual connection. Otherwise, the reality would not be. Both parties are connected on this spirit of delusion, this romance, this Sodom and Gomorrah program. And this is why all this crap is the way it is. And then you're having kids, and that spirit's carrying on to your kids, and you're just looping it. You're just looping it. Most people can't be up front. People lying to themselves, don't know who the hell they are. And this is just the result of this. This is my take. Again, y'all clicked on my face. That's just my opinion. You know, it's going to have to get worse before it gets better. But it is what it is. Just hearing her go on this little tirade like this is a great thing over here. Can't be up front. Can't tell them it is what's going to be like A, B, and C. Don't you know who the hell you are. Ghost chasing ghosts, man.
Taking care of his children and keeping their family together, having to worry about maintaining and upholding this image to make sure that their marriage looks together. No, mistresses are keeping these marriages alive and strong.
Let me stop her from talking. She talking too much.
The money mindset, 2025 being next few get our blue.
That at some point in their lives,
The window is still open.
all right, but you get the gist of what she's talking about. Now, there are some women that at some point in their lives, they don't have a problem being a side chick, but they may grow out of it. And they may evolve to wanting to be a kept woman or a married woman. So then they will pivot out of it. So these mistresses tend to be younger. These concubines tend to be younger women. But then these women say, okay, I want to have children now. So they'll pivot out of it. And now I want my own personal husband. They'll pivot out of it.
Again, the trickle-down effect. She's going to play that game for a little while, and then eventually she's going to age out. And again, the dudes that are doing it don't give a shit. The normie guy's going to have to deal with this. That's going to be somebody's wife. She wanted to marry the dude who was shitting on her head, giving her the O's, but he didn't commit to her. So now she's aged now. She's pushing 30. That magical 30. We're exhausted with the jerks, and we don't have any time. You know what? Why am I saying it? Let me let her say it. Why am I doing this? Let me let her tell y'all. She can say it better than I can.
And here's a secret that many guys don't know, especially in today's day and age, is that women love nice guys. We may not understand how much we love and appreciate them until we're a little older. And we've gotten that sort of asshole phase out of our systems. I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s.
Why is that? Why is that? because he's not committing to her. He's not committing to her. I've got my new one here. Where is she at? Where is she at?
If you could give a single girl some dating advice, what would you say to her?
How old?
Let's say she's like 21.
Oh, 21. Just bang them all. Bang them all, because men are so immature that you're not gonna lock anyone down. Don't even start thinking yet.
What type of man is she trying to lock down? She's not trying to lock down Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Keep Asking Her Out, Mr. Right Now. She's not trying to lock. Mr. Right Now is ready. Mr. Right Now is ready to wife her up immediately. Where my Mr. Right Now clip at?
Need to be with Mr. Right Now. Doesn't give me butterflies, but he's a good man. He's nice. He likes me. Don't have much in common, but he calls, so I talk to him.
That guy, he's already ready. He ain't going nowhere. They're not talking about that guy. Again, they're gonna do the Dumb and Dumber programming for a season. Like he talked about, there'll be a side chick. They'll wait, twiddle their thumbs. When they start getting late 20s, early 30s.
Our late 20s, early 30s is we're just exhausted by the jerks, and we have no time in our lives anymore for them.
Oh, she's acting like she has a choice in that. You see how they talk? We already know what that means. He didn't take your monkey ass seriously. So she making it seem like, again, they lie to themselves. Again, this is all y'all belong together as far as I'm concerned. We all fuck the same hoes. I should go and play that track. The couple lemmings, y'all like when I talk like this because most of y'all are in the muck and mire doing it. Again, I'm talking to people that aren't doing it, so if you're offended by what I'm saying, I don't even know why you're listening to me. This is how I talk. This is how I think. I'm not arguing this. I don't do all that back and forth. So if you're upset with what I'm saying, I don't even know why you're listening. Why are you listening to me? They're all connected, each and every single one of them. Just brought up her talking like she's controlling this narrative. Nope, you're with the man. He didn't take your monkey ass seriously. You thought you were different. The Dumb and Dumber programming. You thought you were unique. You realize you're not unique. Now I don't have no more time in my life for them anymore. Like you have a choice in that. Again, all that having multiple wives shit and all that. Again, I got it, coach. I like that he said it temporarily. Because yeah, that modern day woman who had her bottom knocked out creating soul ties. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
Start looking 20s, early 30s is we're just exhausted by the jerks, and we have no time in our lives anymore for them. So we really start looking for men who we know will be great long-term partners, aka nice guys, right? And that's you.
You're a winner. You're a winner. You're a winner. Oh my gosh. And she's still talking like she's the prize. That's how warped we are as a society. This woman is still talking like she is the prize. That's what's tripping me out. That ran through Ted Bundy imprinted peace sleeve. And that's you. But I tell you, man, we're here. We're here.
Concubines tend to be younger women, but then these women say, okay, I want to have children now, so they'll pivot out of it. And now I want my own personal husband, they'll pivot out of it. Now people will deny this, but this has been going on since the history, all right? Since the beginning of time.
Always been the rich dudes. The dudes that money and power running through them. What was that back in the, I'm not a history guy, back in the medieval times in England? What there was the nobles would have sex with the peasants' wives on their wedding night. The peasants would get married, the lower class, the upper class will come and fuck the peasants' wives, and then you can have her after I done fucked her. What are you people doing? I don't get you freaking normies. Boy, I tell you, y'all don't realize your situation in life. Why the hell would you be getting married and having kids and you gotta do that shit? I don't get people sometimes, bro. I really don't get normies, man. What the fuck, man? Y'all still procreating, having kids amongst all this crap? Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. All dudes But again, we all fuck the same hoes. You know, I'm playing a track. Y'all clicked on my face. I don't care. I'm playing the track, bro. I'm playing it. And nobody's upset or bitter. I just like calling this out because I'm flowing right now.
Same hoe, niggas foes. Basketball niggas, same hoe, fucking the same hoes. Basketball niggas, acting niggas, fucking the same hoes.
Y'all wives and girlfriends.
Bounce, bounce. Me and Pusha T fucking the same hoes. Me and T.I.P. we fuck the same hoes. Me and Chris Brown we fuck the same hoes. The same hoes. The same hoes. Me and Justin Bieber fuck the same hoes. Me and Snoop Dogg we fuck the same hoes. Me and Yo Gotti fuck the same hoes. The same hoes.
Y'all wives and girlfriends.
Me and Steve Harvey fuck the same hoes. Miss Universe, they all the same hoes. Forget they name, nigga, know the saying goes. But I put her on her feet and then the Range Rover. Me and Mayweather fuck the same hoes. Money Team, Money Green, me Lambo. Me and P. Diddy fuck the same hoes. Cause rich niggas always fuck the same hoes.
My boy got 4 years? P. Diddy got 4 years? What's changed? What has changed? And you know what you normally is going to do? You're going to sit there and work your little dead-end jobs, 2 checks away from being homeless, and just take it. And just take it. And keep procreating, being at the bottom of the pyramid, bitching and complaining. Remember everybody's talking about them Epstein files? Guess what happened? People got to pay bills. That shit went the way of the dodo. Y'all talked about the Epstein shit for a little bit, and then it just went away. Because people got bills. People got bills. People at the bottom of the pyramid got bills. Rich niggas all fuck the same hoes. Y'all wives and girlfriends. I don't care about her past. 20s, late 20s, early 30s. We're just exhausted with the jerks. So I had no time. Like, she has a choice in this. What has changed? Tesla called this in the 20s. That's why I read that clip. I read that at the very beginning. That's I was setting it all up. Again, it's all a toilet, man. Is that too negative for y'all? It is what it is. Internal cultivation. I'm just talking about it. Nobody's trying to change it. It's too late to change anyway. The toothpaste has been squirted out of the tube. The milk's been spilled. The dye's been cast. Even if you get her, if she's learned her lesson, she's already been sampled already. It is what it is. I'm going to have multiple women who are doing this. I'm going to have again, how are you going to have a rotation of 28 plus, 30 plus year old women who've already been shit on and had their heart broken? You think she's going to sit there and twiddle her thumbs after already being used and abused? They're going to have to be younger women. And again, that's only going to last for a season. She's eventually going to age out of that. It is what it is, bro. Dudes living in fairy tale out here. Freaking romance. I be reading y'all's comments, some of y'all. Y'all make me laugh out here, bro. Unrealistic expectations, man.
Own personal husband, they'll pivot out of it. Now, people will deny this, but this has been going on since the history. All right, since the beginning of time, and it goes on today.
Yep.
In fact, men in the past that are called traditional men had side chicks. If you look up Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball, I'll just use them as traditional men. He had a lot of side chicks, aka prostitutes, that he used. Frank Sinatra said something similar. My marriages wouldn't have worked if it wasn't for prostitutes or side chicks. Call it whatever you want, or concubines. So even the traditional men that are looked at as men were traditional and they took care of their women, they did take care of their women, but they also had side chicks. The marriages would not have lasted. And eventually these women, if they couldn't divorce, they eventually tried to divorce and couldn't get out of it. They had to get so much evidence of him being a womanizer to make the marriage work. So this has been something that has been going on. Today, men have to hide it and they have to go around the tunnel and make it something it's not. Even Eric Benet and Halle Berry, he had a lot of side chicks. So much so that they had to call it a sexual addiction.
People can't be honest with themselves. Fall on this cookie cutter build of romance. Got to be a good man and do what society says and cross the T and dot the I and play this game. Simulations, being a part of simulations. Ghost chasing ghost. Can't be up front. Can't tell them it is what it is. Even these dudes that got status, they still got to play the part. Can't be up front. Can't say, hey man, it's gonna be a rotation of y'all because you're gonna lose deals. You're not gonna. This society, bro, we live in is a trip. And again, this is why all this stuff is gonna continue to happen. That's my humble opinion.
He was married and he had a whole bunch of side chicks. In fact, there was a clip from a TV show that I showed that I can't show because obviously I have audio issues. That a woman, it was like a brothel. I can't remember the show. Somebody can remind me. I showed it one time, but it was like a brothel, but it took place in the past. And then one of the girls were like, "Well, why do we entertain these married guys?" You know, it was a young girl that was new to the brothel. They had a brothel whole meeting, and the madam was up front, and the woman essentially said, if we don't entertain married men, we would go out of business. We wouldn't have a business. Look at OnlyFans. The majority married men, 90% reportedly married men take care of OnlyFans girls. That CEO of the millionaire company that caught with the human resources girl allegedly was paying Sophie Rain $40,000-$50,000 of cash money. Okay.
I don't know why dudes can't be honest with themselves. I don't get it. I don't know why people can't be honest with themselves, man. Heathenness out here, man. If that's what you're gonna be, then do it. Then be that. You know, me personally, like I said again, I would have to be, and I'm not there yet anyway. I would have to be in a financial position to where it's damn near a tax write-off. It's damn near a tax write-off. Like it's no sweat off my money on a financial scale. Paying for getting a little hair and nails did, maybe give her a little spot to stay at, and have a few of them doing that. I'm fair. I'm reasonable. Dudes want to sit there and be a mouthpiece ninja and fuck her and not want to compensate, man. Let's be realistic out here. Some of you dudes ain't shit, man. It would have to be damn near no sweat off my financial sack. I would have to have that kind of bread in order to do that. I mean, I'm talking about it ain't hurting me at all. Like it's a tax write-off. I'm not there yet financially, so what I'm doing, month mode. I just rub one out, call it a day. I'll just jerk off my ethicals. I'll just jerk off my ethicals. I'm good. That's just me though. Dudes out here living in a fantasy world, bro.
These are married men that go to these places. These brothels, escorts, sugar babies will get put out of business if it weren't for married men. So are we actually participating in monogamy? This woman is just looking at it and going, yeah, if it wasn't for side chicks, these marriages wouldn't last as long. Right now, I know it hurts a lot of feelings here. I know we're hurting a lot of feelings. All right, a lot of feelings. Well, why get married then? Monogamy can't be real, especially, here's the thing.
Again, why get married then? Some people can't advance in certain jobs. You got to have that facade of being a family man. And man, look at me and my family and my kids. You can't even advance in certain jobs. They're not going to let you get to certain financial brackets unless you freaking married. Some people got to put on that facade, man. Dudes can't be up front. And again, it's going to cost me the woman ass ninja. That just tells you right there. Most dudes are not that guy. It's going to cost me the woman ass ninja. You can't be up front. 2% maybe can. I'm tell you right now, if you got to sit there and argue and debate and go back and forth in comment sections, you're not that guy. You got to download courses on how to get laid. You're not that guy. Most dudes are not that guy. And again, that's who y'all hold in high esteem. I did a video. Well, I didn't do a video. I should have did a video on it. It was a dude that was married. He had 7 wives. 7 or 8 wives. And they all looked like they had a good unit going. The guy was miserable. The guy was miserable because he had to have sex with all those women. And he said it got to the point it was just like a job. They all like having sex with him. But he's like, damn, it's like that Futurama, that Death by Snoo Snoo. He's just too much now. Now he's like, man, it's like a job pleasing all these women having sex with him. He don't even enjoy it. And he said they wanted more. They want some more. He was like, man, they had a couple kids and stuff, man. Again, that's not going to be 99% of y'all, but just be careful what you wish for. Is that what you really want? The dude was miserable. I should have did a video on it. I gotta see if I can find it, man. That was a long time ago. I should have did a reaction to it.
The reason why I think it's difficult to maintain monogamy now is that both people are outside. Not only are both people outside, we're no longer living in small communities. We live in large communities where, number one, there's millions of people to pick from. There's millions of people that you're going to be exposed to. Not only that, in these big metropolises, you can hide affairs easier. Whereas if you were in a small community and you had an affair, it would be way riskier, right? You're like, oh, somebody's going to obviously find out that I'm with the neighbor or the woman that works at the country store or the woman. How am I going to sneak around when I live in a small community? Now, when you open up the world to a person and they take a trip in a tuna can across the ocean.
I think that's when you dudes want to get a younger woman, passport bros. Go get you a little young foreigner chick who don't know any better for some village and bring her over here, and then she gets a whole freaking. Come on, bro. Come on. You think that's not gonna rear its ugly head long term? Better stay your ass over there in that little community she's at. Dudes want to go over there and then get one and then bring her back and think she's not gonna get tainted. Come on, man. Romance, man. Dudes out here are unrealistic, man.
Then you add Viagra and Cialis to the conversation. I can be 60 and 70 and carry on. As long as I have the resources. I can put teenage women on the boat, illegal teenage women on the boat, get away from my wife. So this is where we're saying it is just almost impossible. Even the best well-intent person, male or female, are gonna just be exposed to so many people, and then how would they know? Right? How would they know? Let's take you to another person that is going to comment. Hey, dude, is that the only ones? Oh, we have an older woman. You have an older woman, and I'm going to put this up on the screen on this evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right. All right, we got it on the screen. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the audio. If not, I'll reset the audio. It says Medea dropping gems and keeping it 100 to a $2 Ja Morant. So we have Medea and we have a $2 Ja Morant here. Okay. Medea's gonna essentially say men should have multiple women. All right. All right. This is your nana right here. This is your nana. Men should not have one woman. So again, we're seeing the progression of thought here. That you do have just a lot of people realizing that it's just not possible in today's world. All right, it's getting more impossible. Give me a thumbs up on the audio. Thank you, Jose. We'll go ahead and play the clip now.
We can have all the females to ourselves.
You can't have all of them, but you can have more than one.
Okay.
This shit about a man only having one woman is bullshit.
Yeah.
Not enough men to go around. You're gonna have to share if you want one.
That's what I've been trying to tell them.
When I was a young woman, I never expected to have a man to myself. And to tell you the truth, I didn't want one to myself because there was a little too much sex for me. I had a husband, and every time I saw him or heard him coming, he had his penis in one hand and his key in the other.
All right, we tell you, this is why we have sexless marriages. All right, women do not really appreciate monogamous sex, all right, for very long. They're not getting married to you for sex. So she like, every time I heard him coming, he had a key in one hand, penis in the other. Wives can get away with having 2 periods of sex a week, right? Even girls today, your girlfriend, you're gonna be with her more not having sex than you are having sex.
I personally haven't been in a long-term marriage, but to me it sounds like they're just with the dude that don't give them, that they're not tied to. That's just what that sounds like to me. There's no attraction there. That sounds like she got a human wallet. Grandma got a human wallet. Just my humble opinion. Not saying that it can't get old, but again, if she was enjoying the sex with like a Pookie or Ted Bundy, I don't think we having this issue. To me, it sounds like they're with a human wallet. That's just my humble opinion.
Times a week, 3 times a week is fine. Well, most men would be good with 4, 5, maybe 6 times a week. All right, and that's 6 intimate sessions. That means a couple of rounds. But a wife is like, man, do not come over here with that shit. So she's, I don't mind. Go ahead and go get it as long as you bring that bread over here. Now, you'll find that with today's women as well. You will ask them, they'll ask you, how many times you want to see me? As soon as you say 2 or 3 times, she'll say, okay, I can
I got to debunk that with Coach, man. I'm going to let your girl tell her. Again, it just sounds like this is just a dude who's with a woman that don't really do it for him. Because, again, if that dude is really that guy, she ain't going to want you giving that Johnson away to other women. That's just... I'm gonna let her tell y'all.
Remembers. That's why I was saying in the other show, don't let every man hit the bottom of your vagina, the root of your vagina. They don't know about the bottom. Size, penises, and dildos come in because she's remembering and trying to recapture that experience. So that's why I said you don't want to let everybody hit that bottom. You don't want to let everybody spank you and talk to you all kind of ways because women, especially when that man pull it back, won't give you the penis no more. Women will be all in the bed at night trying to sleep, tossing and turning, they dreaming about it. Lord have mercy, they wake up out their sleep because they dreamt the man done did this to somebody else.
That's just my humble opinion. Again, if she's truly attracted to you, she ain't gonna want you. That's just my opinion. Again, I ain't been married, I ain't been in a long-term relationship, nothing like that. But again, it sounds like y'all with women who don't want you. They got what they wanted and they don't want you pumping on them no more. That's just what that sounds like to me. That's just my humble opinion, man.
Okay. I can live with that. 2 times a week, good. 3 times a week, good. As soon as you say 5 times a week, most women will curl up and be like, what? Unless she's Filipina. If she's Filipina, you're going to have to fuck her like crazy. All right. Filipino women tend to be the only ones that are opposite to this. All right. As a collective group, not as just a onesie twosie. Filipino women are different. But this woman's like, man, and let's hear her say the rest. Just bring home the bacon, man. We ain't got time for you to be fucking on me every week.
Too much fucking. Get me some help. Yeah, you have to share. There's too many women are not gonna have a man if they don't share. That's just crazy as hell for women to be fighting over a dick. And the dumbest thing that females do, the minute they think a man is cheating, they want to fight the damn woman. Now that is stupid as hell.
It is.
If you want to fight, so fight him. He's the one that's cheating, not the woman, because you don't know what he told her.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the next thing that you will find is that the woman will still be mad that the husband's cheating, but she's still not having sex with the husband. Right. So it's not like she's having sex with the husband. The husband is actually going out. It's not that she's fighting to have sex with the husband.
That's a completely different subject right there. That woman talking about fighting over the dick. Again, that woman's not talking about the average man. She's not talking about Mr. Right Now. She ain't talking about Mr. Right Now, don't give me butterflies. She's talking about that other dude. She's talking about the dude that got the soul ties. Coach talking about being married to a woman that you're a human wally. She ain't putting out and then want to put you on lock and all that stuff. That completely different. Completely different.
In sex with the husband, right? So it's not like she's having sex with the husband. The husband is actually going out. It's not that she's fighting to have sex with the husband. It's that the husband's going out to the other woman. Now, the money might be going out the door and she might feel like a certain way about that, right? I don't want you paying for her. Keep the money to me. But what we'll find out is even if the guy's entertaining other women, it's not like the woman will step up and say, okay, I'll have more sex with you so you don't go outside. She will still restrict access to sex to you, assuming that you don't have access to any other sex. Soon as you find out, she finds out you have access to other sex, then she's going to be like, oh, okay, you can't do that. But she's not going to step up and put more pussy on the table. Now, we'll talk about from the male perspective how women do this, because women are out here being honorary bulls out here as well. All right, but we'll talk about this. Let's see if grandma wants to continue to cook.
We can have all the females to ourselves.
You can't have all of them, but you can have more than one.
All right, so there it is. You can't have all of them, but you can have more than one. Now, most men can't. You can't even get one. Okay, so there's where the problem is for most men, number one. Number two, you can't afford more than one. So this is where I say, are you monogamous because you can't have the opportunity to get it, you can't afford to get it, or you just aren't interested in it? So there's what
the latter. I'm too lazy for that shit. This is too much work. I told you. I already told you I'm too lazy for that shit. I be honest with myself. That's why I be passing up on it. I'm good. Because I already know I'm not gonna be committed to one woman. Then I'm good. This is too much work. I'm too lazy for that, and that's just me. I can't speak for everybody else. I'll just rub on out and call it a day. That's been my mentality. It's a choice here. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. That's a good question. And again, a lot of guys will do that shit. Don't want to level up. Don't want to get leverage and options. Want to sell her on this love. I'll just be there with you. We can just both struggle together. Want to lock one down. We'll just struggle together. Dude's got some soul searching to do out here.
And we'll talk about the women here in a second. I challenge the men. Is it that you're not interested in it? You don't have the time for it or the options, or you can't afford it? Because that's where that's what separates it, right? I don't want to hear Bible thumping in the Bible. Most men can't afford it. Secondly, they can't achieve it. It's not an option for you. And then lastly, it's something that you might look at and say, I have no interest in it at all because I want to be faithful. I want to be faithful to my girlfriend or wife. I'm a non-monogamous male. All right. At this point in life, I don't see any benefit to me being monogamous other than sexual health, right? Sexual health is a main reason why monogamy has been given to us.
And again, that's something every man has to ask himself. Coach already been married. He already went through. Coach got kids now. You know what I'm saying? So of course he's not preaching that. He's already went through it. He's went through the ringer. He's with a woman. More than likely already had her bottom knocked out before she met him. And he went through hell. Dudes got to be honest with themselves. Again, I said before, I'll say it again. There is no reason, in my humble opinion, that you should be cohabitating with a woman if you're not having children. What the hell are you doing? That's just my humble opinion. Dudes got some soul searching to do out here. And again, you're not going to get no virgin. Most women you're going to get has already had her bottom knocked out, had a hoe phase. Even if you get your woman that's young, done numerous videos on that, by the time she's pushing 30, she's going to want to be out there in the streets. It is what it is. There's no peace here, especially with multiple women. Most dudes can't handle one. You're going to have a rotation of multiple women in unison, all just cohabitating, and just we're having this complete functioning unit. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Our world. That is the number one reason. It's not religion. All right. It is because it is sexually healthy to be monogamous. So there's ways around this. All right. You can pick a good partner. You can't sleep with buzzards. All right. Don't go raw. Protect yourself. Wear condoms with the majority of your partners. Right. You can do things like this to prevent or lower the chances of you having a sexual health issue. Right. You can do that. But I'm a non-monogamous. I don't practice. I don't lead with monogamy in any interaction I have with a woman. She either accepts it or not. Now, if she doesn't accept it, it is what it is. All right, I'm like, hey, that's your choice. Go ahead.
I can respect that, but how many men are doing that up front, telling her, being that honest? And we already know it's gonna cost me the woman ass ninjas. No, most dudes aren't doing that. You gotta tell her what she wanna hear. Run game. I got game. Be up front. Tell them what it is. Tell her it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and see how that works out. Bet you don't get a lot of women talking like that. Most dudes aren't doing that.
Part about it is they'll go ahead and try to find a monogamous relationship only to find out they got cheated on. And I'm like, all right, I'm like, hey, that's your choice. Go ahead. Now the sad part about it is they'll go ahead and try to find a monogamous relationship only to find out they got cheated on. And I'm like, well, you could have been over here and I was honest, but you went over there assuming you were getting monogamy and you got cheated on anyway. So you thought you were in a monogamous relationship and you weren't. So what my point, and as grandma is saying, is pick your lane, ladies. If you want a guy, a high achieving male, a high status male, a man that's wealthy, pick your poison. Because you're probably not gonna find a monogamous male.
And that's the thing with the woman, with the romance with them. They want that 2%er. Brittany Renner's a prime example of that. They want the guy who can go out there and get all the women and got the money to be loyal to her and her only. That's the romance on their side. They want that guy. So when they're talking about men, they're talking about that dude. They want him to be monogamous. They want him to turn it on, magically just turn it off and just be loyal to her and her only, man.
That tells you he is, and you will find out he isn't. Or you will be with a guy that says, okay, I have to just play my role. All right, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's you'll be hard pressed in today's world to find one. And if you even include men that watch porn, men that look at OnlyFans, men that look, they recklessly eyeball women in your eyesight. They think of other women while they're having sex with you. Okay, they're not monogamous either. They go to strip clubs at lunch for the gumbo and the crab legs. All right, and they go touch on women and let them grind on their dick. You know what I mean? Like, they take them back in a champagne room and they finger fuck them, or they cheat with somebody at the office. It is what it is. Like, that ain't monogamy neither. That ain't monogamy. That is nowhere close to monogamy. So you're going to find that it is hard to achieve in today's world, definitely depending on where you are. Last point on this one, let's talk about the women here. The women are clearly being non-monogamous up front, then pushing monogamy later, and barely achieving that. Okay? They're barely achieving that. So they still find more men to keep in their orbit. So might not be all sexual, but women are typically sexual first. So they will have multiple men in their lives to serve multiple purposes while in relationships. If she is doing that, she is non-monogamous.
I agree.
She is not being monogamous or faithful. So if she has a gay best friend, homies that she went to school with, her work husband, play cousin, any guy that is a side nigga, sneaky link, these are not monogamous relationships. She's an internet persona. These are non-monogamous relationships. She might say she's sexually exclusive, but she is not monogamous. All right, so if you're in a relationship with a woman like I described, she is non-monogamous. Okay, she's playing like she's monogamous. I don't sleep with anybody else, but she's getting things from the other guys, right? She's getting financial, she's getting dates, she's getting money on the side. She's getting lunches paid for. She's getting sexual attention, non-sexual attention. She's getting pursued. And she's keeping that person as a backup partner, a back burner, just in case you fuck up. And then she introduces these men to you. She might introduce them physically to you. She might introduce these men to you in conversation.
Damn.
This is non-monogamy.
Yep. I'll go ahead and stop it there. About hour and 12. It's flowing on this one. Hey man, like I said, it is what it is, man. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. Nobody gets it all. No one gets it all. That's what we call fairy tale romance. We're being realistic out here, being pragmatic. And if you get you one to say she down for that, it's only temporarily, bro. The only absolute is monk mode. Hey man, what you want from me? What you want from me? The milk's been spilled. The die has been cast. All you can do is move accordingly. Survey says one more for the good guys. I'm out, good peoples. Laters.